In a world obsessed with appearances, Lena was a master curator. Her online life was a tapestry of perfect moments, sun drenched smiles, and enviable adventures. Every post, every story, a carefully constructed facade designed for likes, comments, and validation. She lived in the glow of her screen, a prisoner in a gilded cage of her own making, connected to thousands, yet profoundly alone. The digital applause was intoxicating, a fleeting high that masked a growing emptiness within. She was constantly performing, constantly comparing, constantly chasing an elusive ideal that existed only in pixels. This was the echo chamber, a place where her own voice was drowned out by the clamor of others, where authenticity was sacrificed at the altar of approval, and Lena unknowingly was losing herself in the noise. The filter, once a tool for enhancement, became a barrier between Lena and her true self, between her and genuine connection. The endless scroll became a relentless mirror, reflecting not who she was, but who she thought she should be. Every like a fleeting validation, every follow a fragile thread holding her self-worth together. She chased trends, mimicked personas, and muted her own unique voice, all in the desperate hope of fitting in, of being seen, of being enough. But the more she conformed, the more she compared, the more the cracks began to appear in her carefully constructed facade. The curated life was beautiful, but it was suffocating, and the real Lena, buried beneath layers of digital expectation, was struggling to breathe. The breaking point arrived not with a bang, but with a quiet, desperate whimper. A realization that the pursuit of digital perfection was costing her everything real. In a moment of raw courage, Lena chose to disconnect, to step out of the echo chamber and into the silence. The silence was deafening at first, a void where constant notifications once lived. Disorientation, even panic set in. But in that silence, a new sound began to emerge, the quiet whisper of her own authentic voice, a voice she had long suppressed, a self she had forgotten. This was the true courage, not to face the world, but to face herself, to sit with the discomfort, to embrace the void, and to allow the real world, with all its beautiful imperfections, to seep back in. The journey back to self is often the most challenging, but it is also the most rewarding. With each passing day, Lena shed the layers of expectation, embracing the beautiful messiness of real life. She learned that true connection wasn't measured in followers, but in shared moments, in deep conversations, in the warmth of a genuine smile. Her identity wasn't a performance, it was a discovery. She found joy in the process, not just the outcome. In the imperfect brushstrokes, the muddy hiking boots, the unposed laughter. She learned that vulnerability was not a weakness, but a superpower, allowing her to forge bonds that were real, lasting, and deeply fulfilling. Lena had found her voice, not the one amplified by algorithms, but the one that resonated from within. She had learned that the greatest like you will ever receive is the one you give to yourself, for simply being you. In a world of echoes, Lena dared to be the real voice. And in doing so, she discovered that true fulfillment wasn't about being seen by everyone, but about truly seeing herself. Her life, now uncurated and unfiltered, was her most beautiful masterpiece. So, what voice are you listening to? The echoes of expectation or the quiet whisper of your authentic self? Dare to disconnect, dare to discover, dare to be the real voice. Your masterpiece awaits not on a screen, but in the vibrant, messy, beautiful reality of your own life.